There we go. What's up, guys? This is Zeus of Tommy Productions, and we are back in 1998. And this one's actually a two-part video, only in the sense that I showcased what the bike was like when I picked it up and bought it. So now this is going to be essentially the finished product, the only finished product. The only difference, or the only thing that's complicated with this right now is I'm waiting on a spacer for the headset, and then that's going to be done. And then I'm just finishing the cables, and then that will be done. But other than that, this is how the bike is going to be. So I'll go ahead and we're going to showcase it now, just because I'm about to. All it needs is a tune-up, so I'm moving on to the next project. So this one's about to go get put up. So let's get started. So I pretty much changed everything except for the frame and the rear shock, and then the stem. Everything else is, well, stem and headset. Everything else is, well, and the wheels, sorry. So the wheels, stem, headset, shock, and frame. Everything else is new. I was able to salvage the cable housings, so it's got brand new cables for the shifters and the brakes, but the same housings. So let's get started. So I've got some Crank Bros, I think Stamp 1 pedals on there, 3x8 XTR, so 3x XTR front derailleur here, and then this is a Trek, not carbon, but I think it's called Super Light. Yeah, something like that. Super Light. Bottle cage. Sorry. Handmade in the U.S. And then the shop, it was actually in Austin and San Marcos. So we still got the original Fox Vanilla. And then what I added here, so I had to cut the seat post. I bought a seat post. It's the Bontrager Race Light X, and it was smacking here, so I cut all the way up and left a little bit of space. And then that's actually carbon friction grease, and then also finish line grease. The grease will help it like waterproof and whatnot, and then the carbon friction will just protect the carbon seat post. And the same thing, I'll put a little bit on the handlebar underneath the stem. Then we got Cell S&P TRK large, and then I added the wolf tooth, and it actually isn't quick release because I bought 3 trying to figure out the right size. I measured it, and it was all the right measurements, but they sent me the wrong ones, so I ended up having to, this one was finally the right one. So then again, we got XTR up in the front as well. And so the shock is stock, but the fork, it actually had another Judy. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's since been replaced with this Judy XC. Right now, the Judy that it previously had to be rebuilt. This one does not have to be rebuilt, although it's going to get rebuilt anyway. So the stock rims are the Mustangs, Bontrager Mustangs, and then the DRXT Parallax on the front and the rear. And then, so I kept the shock because I wanted to ride. Yeah, even though I put all these parts on it, I still wanted to ride as close to stock as possible. So it's got the stock shock, and then actually has the stock stem length. So it's still going to be basically the same geometry on the bike. So even though the fork travel is the exact same, I mean, it's going to be springs instead of elastomers, so it's going to be a little bit different, but it's literally going to ride the same as it should. Sorry, and then so I found this really good deal on the Scott. It's called the Scott Black Magic handlebar, and then so I went ahead and bought Scott bar ends because of that. These are aluminum, but this is carbon, and then it's one piece XTR front and rear. Again, 3x8. This will be my only 3x8 XDR at the moment. Most of them are going to be 3x9s. And then if I get rich, then I'll go past 3x9. But so it'll probably be anything past 3x9 will be like Dior or SLX, or start getting into SRAM or other brands. So, and then I found these Core. I was actually trying to find much closer to the blue. I mean, these three are much closer together, but I tried Core, and they're a lot lighter than their picture. So I'm still gonna keep them. They still look kind of cool. Really shows, stands out and pops, especially with that blue to purple on the Blackberry Chameleon, and that blue will really pop as well. So really, it's not, these are pretty. The XTR 3x8 is pretty close to period correct. I think these are a little bit newer, because they're one piece instead of two, but it's going to be the same thing. It's not like it's going to be riding like a brand new mountain bike. It's still got 1990s fork and shock, essentially 90s, early 2000s, the rest of the components. Oh, and I went with the CST tires. Just the cheapest CST tires I could find, just to give them a try. I also put them on another pair on my Y22, and they work great. So I'm really liking those. And then, so this is, I forget what the other ones. I just did the 1997 Soft Ride, the 1997 Y22. This is the 98 Klein. The next video is the 99 K2 Flying Monkey. And then after that is a 2003 Co-Motion. And then it's probably going to be the Y-Foil finally, or the Orbea. There's so many projects, just trying to get them done. So it's literally just, if I buy the bike and it's really messed up, do a little bit part one before, and then once the project's done, do a part two. So, but it's not going to happen too often, since most of them have been frames. There's two other bikes I'll do it on. I'll do it on Maniac's Y-Foil. Literally, I'm not even gonna do his Y-Foil, because his Y-Foil is just gonna be all it's gonna be is tires. So, and it's gonna be the Caserium SL SSC rims and then tires. So, but I'll put that in the description on that video. So if you go watch that one, that's the one that says Project. The 1999 Y-Foil 77 Project / work in progress, or something like that. I may do a part two, but it'd probably be like a YouTube short or something like that. So, but if there's anything I missed, feel free to ask for it specifically in there. If you need any measurements, like that seat post clamp was really hard to find. And then, like I said, just that little baby gap. That you can buy a whole kit. There's like 10 of them, and it's all different sizes. And they're all carbon fiber. So I bought that already. Just waiting on it. So thanks for watching. Any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section below. And feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video, which is the 1999 K2 Flying Monkey.